Hello.
Hello,
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Good, thank you. Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. We talked past. I remember it. Uh, yes, but
Oh,
you can't recall me.
it's been a long time. I can see that was back in November,
Yeah. It's been
couple of
a long
months
time.
ago.
But your suggestions
How are you?
worked.
How are
I
you
I can't
doing?
I can't forget our lesson.
Oh, that is so sweet. Why? Was our lesson fun or cool? What happened?
Yes, fun, cool, but most important, I asked some suggestion from you because you wrote you are a life coach. So
Yeah.
at that time, I was working hard for an exam which I have to pass. I had to pass. It was a very hard exam, especially some sequence of exams. So, but I passed all of my exams. So maybe you have some additions
Oh,
with your motivation.
that is
So thank you.
awesome. I'm so happy to
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I remember that you are very good at life coaching. You are very good at motivation, and you are very good. Yes, that's that's right.
Oh, I really appreciate that. That makes me so happy. I'm really smiling really big right now.
Thank you. Thank you. And you uh, uh, contribute my psychology with very positive things at that time.
Oh,
So it was very valuable for me. So,
oh, I love that. That is so awesome.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
so what's going on? Give me an update on your life. What's going on with work or school?
yeah. I can introduce myself and my uh, works.
Mm-hmm.
I'm computer engineer in a bank. I'm working in a bank as IT auditor. I'm
I
30 years old,
IT
but
auditor?
yes, IT is a kind of inspector,
Uh-huh.
It's a kind of. But I want to be a pilot, so I'm getting piloting training
Oh my
at
God.
my free times. But besides working, it's very hard for me because I have to spend my vacation leaves, weekends, and for example, nights to my, training. I'm working hard.
Right.
Sometimes I'm working theoretical, knowledge, and also at weekends I have to go airdrome to fly to
Mm.
practical training.
Oh
So
my
it's
God.
very it's a little bit expensive. It's a lot tiring, tedious, exhausting,
Yeah.
and also I have a family. I spend time to them, so it my training decrease the quality of time which I spent with my family.
Right.
So I need at that time our last talking. I need some motivation, and
Yes.
I ask you uh, please say something to motivate me. You mentioned very good things. For example, you mentioned that I remember it. You are 30 years old. You mentioned that the 25 is the measure of your intelligent capability. Is the top point. You are now very good mentally for doing theoretical things. You said to me, and also you said me you have been married, so that's an important stage in a human being's life. You that's for example, after after married, you passed an important stage in your life. So it was a
Yeah.
good thing, and
Oh,
also, yeah, yeah, I remember that things
that's
because it,
awesome. You remember it was 2 months ago, right? Yeah, 2 months ago. And that's
yeah,
it's really quite wonderful that you remember that and that it affected you
yeah,
so
it affected me.
positively.
Yeah, 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 very, very. It
Oh,
was.
I
Thank you
love
very much.
that. You're totally making my day right now. You're making my
Thank,
heart have a little dance. My heart is dancing. That's what my heart is doing.
thank you, thank you.
So you are working very hard. You're so ambitious.
Yeah,
And so you're studying to become a pilot. You're paying
yeah,
for it. And you're
yeah,
also studying English.
yeah.
And you're working
Because
a professional job.
yeah, and also I'm going to university for master degree. But
Wow.
yeah, but I can't go anymore. I think because it's my priority is my flight school because I invest a lot of money to that. But
Yeah.
I finished 7 lectures at university.
Hmm.
It's just I have to write a thesis for finish it, but I postpone it. Uh,
Hmm.
yeah. So, but and also I want to improve my English for interviews. All of the interviews are in English in airlines. So if I want
Mm.
to a good job in a good airline, I have to be fluent in English. So I hope,
That's great.
yeah,
I love to help people with interviewing, by the way.
yeah, really. Yeah,
Yes.
okay, we can go on with interview concept, you know.
Yes. Seriously, it's one of the things that I've done in my job for
Yeah,
years
yeah,
as a
you are,
volunteer and in my regular job.
yeah, really,
Yes.
really, very
Yes.
interesting. For
Yes.
example, yes, for example, the most, pushing stage of hiring as a
Mm-hmm.
pilot is the interview
Yes.
part because
Yes.
they are seeking good psychology, good health, mental,
Good
and
mental health.
good
Yes.
mental health also they seek. And you are interviewing with captains, with
Mm.
human resource personnel, and also some psychologists. Some of
Wow.
them, yeah, yeah, and that psychologists specialized in aviation psychology. So
Incredible.
yeah, yeah. So it's very hard. For example, your technical knowledge excellent, but you can't pass the psychology, so you can't get job. You know.
That's
So
awesome. I didn't know that, but it makes a lot of sense. You know,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
such an
yeah,
important job. You're flying a plane with a ton of people on
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah. For example, there's an incident at Germany. The one of pilots of German Wings airline
Hmm.
crashed the airplane to Alps
Mm.
for psychological reasons. He was in depression when the captain went to restroom. He closed the cabin
Oh my
doors
God.
and yeah, crashed the plane to mountain trolley. So it's very there after that incident, after that accident, actually accident, after that accident, the regulation stricken,
Yeah.
uh,
They're
uh,
stricter now.
stricter. Yeah.
Hmm. Wow.
They are seeking good psychology and mental health.
Right.
I hope I can pass, but I don't know.
That's
After a huge investment to training, it's a stressful situation,
yeah.
the interviews,
Right.
more stressful.
Yeah.
For example, and also in Turkey, there's not too much job opportunities
Right.
as airline firm. For example, the firms hiring a lot of people, but not too much airlines. So
Mm.
you have just several chances, you know. So,
Mm.
but I have already a good job, a good, a satisfactory income. But it's a passion. The aviation is a passion for me. I would provide my family and myself uh, enough if I couldn't be a pilot. But I would like to be a pilot. I would like to be a pilot. Yeah.
That's really incredible. And by the way, I think you sound great. You're speaking very clearly. Your pronunciation is very good. You're bringing your sentences together very well. Just a few minor mistakes I would have
Yeah.
mentioned. But I do have a question.
Yeah.
Flying is a passion for you, right? Which is
Yeah.
good. It's
Yeah.
wonderful
Yeah.
that you know what your passion is.
Yeah.
I think you are lucky that you
Yeah.
are very smart and that you can have a good professional job, that you are
Yeah.
secure, that you can provide for your family.
Yeah.
So I want you to think about this later, not right now. But here's my question, and I'm
Yeah.
also gonna type it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
with flying being your passion, would you, instead of doing it as a job, do it as a hobby? Let me see.
Mm. Yeah, I would like to do it as a job because if it's like a hobby right now for me. The training at weekends I'm going to fly, but if I can be successful as a pilot, I can if I can uh, do it as a job. uh, I I don't need go to job anymore because it's like a hobby for me.
Right.
It's
Yes.
like going to fun, just
Yeah. Like work is
like
fun.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. It's not like work. It's not boring. It's not a necessity.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
you are going for fun, for example, for
Right.
you know,
Right.
as a hobby. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I hear what you're saying. I totally agree with you. I have a suggestion. One suggestion.
yeah, yeah,
And I'm going to type this as well so that you could have it in your notes. I would
yeah,
say research what the um, work culture
yeah,
for a pilot looks like. So, what does that mean? You could simply Google what I just wrote there, right?
yeah,
And see what the reality is. Okay, that's always good. What is the reality? Because if you want to make it your job, then you want to know that it is fun and it's wonderful that it's your passion. But what is the reality? Because every job has pros and cons, right? So
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah,
so while you're learning being a pilot, which is
yeah,
having fun and is wonderful, also take your
yeah,
time to think about what is it to really work. So if you could find, if you know a pilot, a person, if you
yeah,
know a pilot, ask him, what is it like
yeah,
working as a pilot? What are the things you don't like? What are the things
yeah,
you do like? How long
yeah,
have you been a pilot? Those are very important questions. And that way you
yeah,
can get yourself more into that groove and know what you're getting yourself into.
yeah, exactly. I agree with
Yeah.
you. For example, I thought a lot about cons because I have I have a good job and also it
Right.
needs huge investments. So I talked with some pilots and I'm aware of the cons. For example, uh, far from your family and
Right. Very
is
good.
yeah, I
Very
know
good.
sometimes, but it's a passion.
Yes. You
Yeah,
are so
uh,
smart, Mehmet.
Thank you. Have a nice